Hey, happy Friday. We are back with another episode of the Tech Behind FinTech. My name is Nnamdi Osuagwu. I'm the host of the Tech Behind FinTech, here to bring you some news around the technology behind FinTech. So, what we're going to be doing, we're going to be discussing some interesting news events for the week regarding FinTech. We're going to go into some crypto stuff as usual. So, we are live every Friday at 12 p.m. EST. Thank you for watching. If you're joining us, we're about to get into it very soon. Let's um let's start the show. Whoa, what just happened to my screen? Okay, cool. Yeah, listen, if you're out there, happy Friday. Shoot me a chat comment. I love the comments. Yep, have them on the side right here. So currently watching it. Let's get into it. Happy Friday. See what what's going on right here. Let's go into slide one. Give me a second. I'm about to add some slides in. So, first news article of the day that we're gonna cover: Walmart. So we put Walmart is aiming. They have aspirations to be a super app. So it's real interesting stuff. Let's go into what the recent acquisitions, and then we're going into a super app and what does that even mean. So first off, out of stealth mode, they had a backed fintech called Hazel, and they just purchased platforms Even and One. Uh, so what does that even mean? So Even is a financial platform that allows their employees to access their wages, and One is a savings and spending and borrowing fintech. They're going to operate under the One brand. Let's get a quote right here. So Omer Ismail, chief executive of Walmart's fintech, former head of global Goldman Sachs Marcus business. The strategy is to build a financial services super app, a single place for consumers to manage their money. So I found this article really interesting because really just wanted to go into what that statement even means, right? Like the whole concept of a super app is not as prevalent in the United States. But in China, huge. So they have an app called Wechat in China, and it basically manages your life from all aspects that you can think of. So that's the concept of a super app. There's basically micro apps within this one app that plugs into various aspects, financial services being one of them. So let's look at some characteristics of a super app. Some features include a digital wallet, entertainment, e-commerce and shopping, navigation, mobile banking and finance, booking venues and tickets, social sharing and communication, messaging, loans, lines of credit. So you get the idea. It's like under this one brand, you can just do so many different things. People years ago said in the United States, that's probably not going to work. But it's looking like that is the push. I mean, you look at companies like Walmart that's doing it, and they're not only doing it, they're actually stating right, like going on record that that's the goal to become a super app. Goes into some data privacy issues and security, right? When you start thinking about that, because not everything is housed under one place. But this whole super app concept is extremely interesting. Um, so basically, super apps are ecosystems. They're enclosed experience that make it easy to accomplish a wide variety of tasks, as long as the tasks occur within the walled gardens. Like I said, it's all these different things. It was something I wanted to. I was in researching this, um, some concepts I wanted to kind of go over. Let's go to the second slide here. So these are examples of some super apps within Asia, different like Grab, Line, WeChat, Alipay. You heard of Alibaba? That's a subsystem of Alibaba. So let's go over it. So WeChat, based in China, it's owned by Tencent Holding. It's a super app. At one point, it became the biggest standalone mobile app in the world. Now users can't remember a time without the in-app payment service, over 1 billion active monthly users. Um, so that's what WeChat does. Line is a Japanese messaging service that has recently expanded into super app functionality. Grab, another tremendous super app case study, um, player Southeast Asia. Grab began as a shared transportation app and is now expanded into food delivery, online payments for e-commerce, and more. I'm gonna post some source articles for this whole super app concept. Um, it's the other one, Alipay. So I know that that came from Alibaba. That's um that's what they do. But there's a lot of the characteristics of a super app. It's a lot of financial services involved. Just reading also, like, if you look at from Google, like Google's mapping service, right? There's different aspects of it, but the financial component within that is not there. But the financial services and super apps, that's really that makes it, in terms of, that's just a key characteristic, is the actual financial aspect of it. Um, so it's really interesting to see. It's interesting to see what other software companies will go in that direction. So it's a with I mean, if you look at Walmart's customer base, that's the active community, and the different things they can leverage there. So found that article very interesting. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to post some sources if you want to read more about that news, and also some super apps news, like the whole idea of a super app and so forth. Some really interesting articles on that. So here's the acquisition on Walmart. There is a link to that. FinTech Futures. Hold up. Trying to post a link for you guys. All right, there we go. Yeah, on this platform I use, I don't think it posts to LinkedIn. So I'm just gonna put it on the screen so you can see that. You can, on the rewatch, you can, this video will be public, so you can watch it afterwards. And let's go look at it. So I think this is inside WeChat. So if you look at the screen, it's just so many different things going on here. And that's what makes it, the whole super app capability. And everything gets updated at once. So these are like more of the microservices within it. Um, Real interesting stuff. Really interesting stuff. But like I said, I want to learn more about the data privacy aspect of it. Uh, and let me post this other article on super apps from the LinkedIn. What makes a super app? Pretty interesting. Good read. If you're interested in that. Super. I think we're going to start hearing more about. Like I said, in the United States, it's not as prevalent, but I think we'll start hearing more about it soon. And yeah, this was a cool little piece too, right? There are a number of benefits to mini. So within the super app, there are mini programs. So it's like speed. Mini programs are cached on the phone, making it faster to load than a mobile app. User experiences, user updates aren't required with mini programs, as the latest versions automatically loaded. Integration, many programs are tightly integrated. Cost. So they're saying that should be a lot less to develop a mini program versus, makes sense. But like I said, I'm really curious about the data privacy issues with it. Okay, let's see if there's any comments going on. Yeah, I don't see any comments. Okay, cool. Let's keep it pushing. All right, what's our next one? Oh, I didn't post on the screen for the LinkedIn users. All right, here's the super app article. It's actually on LinkedIn. It was a really good insight that someone wrote. So you can look at it there. If you just pause this video afterwards and want to rewatch. Okay, let's go into our next article. White House is reportedly preparing an executive order on crypto. So, what does that mean? And I'll post a source afterwards. So, essentially, it's an executive order to research crypto and look for risk analysis. So, what do they say here? The Biden administration expects to issue an order that would make the government agencies begin conducting risk analysis on cryptocurrency as a national security threat. So, that was like, okay, why national security threat? So the rationale for the executive order falling under national security is that crypto is a cross-border tool for shifting money. The ability of decentralized blockchain technology to circumvent geospecific surveillance or rules means the administration may push for synchronized international regulations with other countries. So it seems like it's more of a research effort now. Nothing's official right now. But I'm going to give you guys the link so you can read more about it. That's what's coming. Second, just typing it in right now. The action is just, I guess it's a, oh, man. All right, here we go. It's the article there. Looking like more of a research effort now, and they'll come out, but I just like the picture, honestly. Good job from Cointelegraph. All right, so that's that article. Let me take it off the screen right now. I think there was an error posted to one of the sites, but it's fine. I'm gonna keep it trucking. All right. What's next on the agenda? I think this might be our last one. It's gonna be a quick show today. But interesting concept. So this company, right? It's called Party.Space. It's launched in May 2020. And their CEO said something I found very interesting. Basically saying microverse experiences will be the future of the metaverse. Uh, so rather than building a big metaverse and selling some land there, Yuri Filipchuk says the Web3 creators should focus their efforts on exploring the best way to interact online with online communities. So obviously, we've been hearing about metaverse all the time. I like this article because it's the first time I heard of someone uh, the term microverse. Um, so I found that very interesting. He says, where the metaverse tries to be everything for everyone, microverse creates a custom miniature world around existing communities, trends, and ideas. I mean, if you think about it, right? Like it's just basically saying super niche. Um, what's the it's a company that I used to I use sometimes. What is it called? Meetup.com. Yeah, perfect. So I started using meetup.com. Well, I heard about them first in 2009, right? That's what I heard about them because it was at the inauguration, President Obama's inauguration. I was out there and they had like a lot of different, they were doing tons of marketing out there at the time. Um, but the whole idea is you can form these groups or meetup.com. You can lead the group or whatever, but they're very niche specific. So I'm a member of like crypto groups there. I was a member of a parkour group. So I'm very, very early stage parkour. Like when I say early stage, like took a class or two. That's it. But I absolutely love parkour. I think what those guys are able to do is really amazing. So let me and what is parkour? So it's the whole idea is like free running and things of that nature. So look what I just said, right? I just talked about crypto group that I'm involved with, blockchain, not just crypto in terms of the currency, more so exploring blockchain development. I had someone on the show actually. He runs one of those groups. He uses Meetup. So, and then I talked about free running. So it's just so comparison is just opposite ends of the spectrum, but that's the whole idea, right? It's these little micro groups within a bigger, and I think that's what he's talking about in terms of the microverse. So it really makes sense having these little subsections within the metaverse in the future later, or not even in the future later. He's saying one of his microverse creations is a Dodge temple, a virtual space for fans of the Dodge meme to socialize. It was launched by the virtual party platform Party Space in 2021. So it's these different segments, but like I said, reading this article, and that's the reason I posted it, was because it's the first time I heard the term microverse, but it absolutely makes sense. Um, totally makes sense. Let's see what he's saying here. And another thing is, let's see, we have another slide. So, it kind of leads us into like what is the metaverse. So the current concept focuses on allowing people to do anything they can do in real life, but in the digital world. So you're thinking about meeting, hanging out with friends, shopping, concerts, performances, even sightseeing. So it's like, okay, well, why can't we do that in the real world? I mean, it's a digital experience. I mean, you have like VR components right now where you can be, instead of going, and it's interesting with this concept because you're mixing the metaverse and the real world, but you can buy a ticket to an NBA game and you can literally be on the first row watching the game, but you're at home, but you're there. So that, I mean, it's interesting with what's happening with virtual reality and things of that nature, but also when you start thinking about the metaverse, I mean, right now, if you go on sites like Decentraland, you're in there, but soon it's going to be interoperable. So if you have like an avatar, you can jump between different metaverses and things of that nature. But it's like a digital environment where you can essentially have an avatar, which is a digital representation of yourself, and you're going along this world. I mean, I know some people are like, but once again, and I have friends in from different aspects. They're like, well, why would we do that? And like what sense does it make? But it, people are buying real property there. Brands are investing heavily in there. They have museums there. Just everything you can basically do. It's like a duplicate digital world. But we should do a show on it and dive in deeper for sure. But it's very interesting. But like I said, the concept of the microverse makes sense just based on the idea of niche marketing. I mean, that's the one thing, if you look at the crypto space that we're able to do, it opened the world, everyone up to these little markets, like whatever you're into, right? You could be. It was a conversation I was having with some family last night, and it's like, there's a segment of people that have big heads, right? And it's also like you can find a business catering to people like for hats with big heads. I mean, it's just really interesting, these little micro markets that people really don't think of, but they exist. So find that very interesting. Okay, let's stop this. Okay, cool. Yeah, that was really today's show. I mean, I just, like I said, I find the whole microverse concept. I get it. And like I said, it's my first time hearing it. I mean, it might have been out there, first time reading it. Um, but I just see the implications of it when you start looking at it from these specific targets. Introducing financial aspects to the metaverse. I came across an article about banking in the metaverse and how that's going to work. So I mean, where these things are heading is just it's just all so very fascinating to me. Um, always thinking about the security aspect. Obviously, that's my career, that's my job, and that's my what I study. So seeing how that all intertwines with the building, find it very interesting. Let's see if there's any comments going on. It's really quiet Friday. Um, hold up, let me check. I don't have any comments, but it's all good. I think we did all the advertising this time. But listen, every Friday we're on. Also, let me post our website. No matter what platform you're watching it on, you can always watch it live on the website. The Tech Behind FinTech. Second, always need to post our website. A second, guys. Ooh. Here's our website. Cool. All right. techbehindfintech.com. Check us out. But yeah, I mean, look, upcoming weeks, as we always talk about, bringing you some interesting topics. We'll line up some interesting guests. If you have some interesting topics to discuss around technology and fintech, you want to be a guest on the show, DM me. Let me know. I'm always open to have these types of conversations that dive into the technology behind fintech or explore some interesting tech. That's cool with me. What else? What else? What else? I think that's it. Listen, have a very, very happy Friday and have a great weekend. I mean, like seriously, have a great weekend. And great's relative. It doesn't have to necessarily be, you're out there rock climbing or skydiving. Hey, you could be studying. Just as long as you make it great and you're in doing stuff that you're passionate about, it is all good. Studying in front of a computer, programming. I think my weekend is going to start with a reverse engineering course. I think I need to take tonight. I think we have class tonight. So hey, that's fun for me. But then after the reverse engineering course, I'm going to go to a gym and do some really cool stuff with some guys and train. So, it's two ends of a spectrum. So I'm looking forward to that. But look, you guys make your weekend great and you guys take care. Listen, every Friday, 12 p.m. EST, that's the showtime. Please join on, log on, drop a comment, drop a question. It's all good. Love to hear from you guys. And pretty much it. Take care. I am out. Thanks for watching. Cheers.